Welcome to my March TBR video. So I wanted to do something fun and kind of March theme this month. So I bought a pot of gold on Amazon, and earlier today I just wrote down some of my TBR, like books that I want to read soon. These are all my physical TBR as well, because this year I wanted to try and cut down on my TBR because I have probably at least over 100 books on my physical TBR. So let me know if you want me to do a video about that, because I'm always having books delivered, so I have a lot of books on my physical TBR, and I just wrote them on here. If you can see, this one says Kingdom of the Wicked. That is on my bookshelf. So a lot of these are on my TBR cart. If they're not, and I picked some that are on my bookshelf, we'll do some rearranging. And then I always save my top shelf for like that month's TBR. So this is just leftover from February TBR. It's not the end of February yet, so I'm going to keep these up here for now in case I get to them. But a lot of new books just came out, so I've been reading new releases instead of finishing my TBR, which I know is bad, but you know, we're mood readers around here, so we gotta read what we want. So we have 20 books in here. I'm going to pick half and do 10 for March, which is a lot. But I also, for 2024, I want to read more books during the month. And I feel like I can read 10 books. Sometimes I get lazy at night and I don't want to hold a book. So I picked a lot of books that are on Kindle Unlimited, and I can just read on my Kindle. And it's like the lazy version for me for reading. So, anyways, let's just start picking my March TBR. We're just going to shake them up. And let's see, the first one is Flawless. You can see that. Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is on my TBR card somewhere. Here it is. So this is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series. This is another one of her small town cowboy romances. I have been really excited to read these. I read her Gold Rush Ranch series like last summer, I think it was. And I just love Elsie's writing, and they're just so enjoyable to read. Like having like the small town cowboy dealing with horses. Like I want to live that life, and it's just so fun to read. This one is about Rhett and Summer, is it? If you've read Gold Rush Ranch, I think it's the second book, maybe. It's about Violet. One of the books is about Violet. So these books are about her brothers, I think. So it's like kind of in the same world as Gold Rush Ranch. And she said you don't really have to read either series first. It doesn't really matter, but I hope that I see some of the same characters because I loved Gold Rush Ranch, like I said earlier. But this is the first book on our TBR. Okay, book number 2. The Fake Out. This is the second book in the Vancouver Storms. Is it Vancouver Storm series by Stephanie Archer. The first one is Behind the Net. I read that one, I don't remember when I read it, but I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars. But this is just another hockey romance. I think this is fake dating. Yeah, so fake dating, and it is the sister of the Behind the Net. What's her name? Pippi? Something like that. Jamie and Pippa. So Jamie is friends with Rory, the main male character in this, and then Pippa is Hazel's sister. So it's Hazel and Rory's story, fake dating. It's just so much fun just reading a quick sports romance. And Stephanie Archer's writing I personally really enjoy, and I've liked and enjoyed every single book that I've read from her. So excited about this one. And then the third book, Mile High. This is another sports romance. I have to grab this off my shelf. Okay, So Mile High by Liz Tomford. This is the first book in the Windy City series. This is about Xander's and Stevie. I think she's a flight attendant and he is a hockey player, I think. So I've heard amazing things about this series. This one, I think some people, I've heard they don't like the main male character. The main male character. So I guess I'll see. I really do want to read this before the fourth and final book in the series comes out. I think it's the final one. Don't quote me on that. But, I mean, this will be interesting. A flight attendant. I'm kind of curious how the story is going to plan out. Yeah, it says that he loves his image and he's unfiltered, and it sounds like he's probably going to be like, what's the word? Not a very nice guy. So, we'll see how I feel about this one. So, 2 sports romances. I'm pretty sure Flawless, I think he's like a bull rider or something like that. Technically 3 sports romances. Okay. Book number 4. Daisy Hates. Yes! Okay. This is the one that like I needed to pick for this month because I can't wait any longer. This is the second book in the Magnolia Parks universe. First book for Daisy Hates though. And I am so curious to learn more about Daisy Hates. We see her a little bit in Magnolia Parks. And she seems like kind of unapproachable and not very nice. But I feel like there's something more about her that I'm personally going to love. And I just love these covers so much. They're just so unique. And I love the series so much too. I just can't wait. I'm gonna have to pick this up soon. Like, this is probably gonna be one of my first books for March because I don't know if I can wait any longer. I've been just waiting to read this and pick it up, and it's been hard for me to read other books. So, 4th book for March. And then our 5th one, The Long Game. This one's down here, I think. So this is by Elena Armas. The second one in the series is coming out. Is it coming out this year, I think? I don't know. This one, I think this is a sports romance. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he has a soccer ball. So it says, can you be on opposing sides of the same team? So I don't know if they're going to be, if it's going to be like kind of like enemies to lovers, maybe. I read The Spanish Love Deception almost 2 years ago, I think it was, and I think I read it in like 2022. And I enjoyed it. I felt like it took me a while to get through. I feel like that's just how her romances are. Like, it's the slow burn romance, but I still really enjoyed it, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy a lot of her books because I just love her writing, and I'm curious to see if I will enjoy this one as much as The Spanish Love Deception. So, we'll see what I feel about this. Okay, book number 6. Something Wilder. This is on my bookshelf as well, so I have to grab that. Okay, so Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. This one, I think she's kind of like trying to, I think there's like some type of mystery or something. I don't even know what this is about, honestly. I don't know. I heard that this one is a lot different than Christina Lauren's usual books. Of their books, I've read Love in Other Words and love that book. And then I read The Unhoneymooners and I enjoyed both of them. So I have just been kind of putting this off. I don't know why. I've owned it for the longest time. So hopefully I'll get to this month. But it's kind of on like the back burner of my TBR, if that makes sense. Number 7, so we have 4 left. Scarred. This is also on my bookshelf. Okay, so Scarred is the second book in the Never After series. This is kind of like a Lion King retelling. So it says, once upon a time there was a king who passed. He left behind 2 sons, one beloved and one outcast. The older of the 2 was set to take the throne, but before he could, he had to find a queen to call his own. The younger one was known to be unruly and unhinged. The chosen queen was warned to keep far away from him. Beautiful and cunning in the light is where she stayed, but late at night it was the shadowed lands in which she played. Mistakes were made and secrets forged, forgetting duty and her sense, and while the new king had her hand, her heart belonged to the scarred prince. So, she is going to be falling in love with her husband's brother, sounds like, or fiance's brother, I don't know. I read Hooked a while ago, and I gave it 5 stars. I thought about that book for a long time. So it says it's a fractured fairy tale, not fantasy or a retelling. So it's not technically a Lion King retelling, but it's kind of using the storyline. So it's like going for Scar instead of Mufasa, if that makes sense. But all of these books are on Kindle Unlimited too. So if you are interested, she has, I think there's like 5 in the series now. I only own the first 3. So excited for this. It's a dark romance. They are really dark, so if you don't like that, then I wouldn't suggest this. Like when I read Hooked, I was grossed out a lot of the times. Book number 8. Kingdom of the Wicked. This is also on my bookshelf. I think I've talked about this before. She is trying to avenge her sister's murder, and she works with Wrath. She's a witch, I think, and she works with Wrath to kind of find out who killed her twin sister. Now, book number 9, 2 left. Hopefully they're 2 good ones. Icebreaker. Lots of sports romances this month. So this is a hockey figure skating romance. She's training for the Olympics, I think, and he's the captain of the hockey team. And it looks like they have to like share the ice skating rink, I think. Yeah, they have to share it and kind of like train together, I think. And the second one came out, Wildfire. The third one, I think it's like Daydream or something like that, comes out in June, May or June, I think, sometime in the spring/summer. And now our last and final book for this month. Fangirl Down, if it'll focus. This is on my bookshelf, so I'll grab that quick. I'm actually really glad that we picked this one this month because it's her new release, and I just feel like Tessa Bailey's books they're a good time to read. They're not gonna be like a 5-star for me, but if you just need a book that's gonna put you in a good mood and have like a fast-paced book, I definitely recommend Tessa Bailey. So this is her first sports romance. And then the second one, it's like a duology, is coming out in the summer, I think. He is a golfer and she is his biggest fan. So I am curious what is going to happen. So she's going to be his new caddy and they're going to travel together, and if he does win this game, then they split the money. So definitely curious about this one. These are all the books that we are reading for March, hopefully. Hopefully I can stick to this a little bit better than I have been in the past months. But yeah, let me know if you like this idea. I just want to do something a little bit fun and different. I mean, it's kind of similar to the TBR jar, but we're doing it March themed. So, and also, as always, let me know if you've read any of these books, and if you have, did you like them or did you not? I always like to hear what other people have to say about books. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And stay tuned for next week's video. I have a lot of fun videos planned, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.